Author Dee Scallon shares fun facts about Louisiana and makes reading come alive with her literary creation, Moby Pincher.
Now, we've written a series of books about a big crawfish, a very kind-hearted, very large crawfish named Moby Pincher. Now, I want to tell you, Jared is a crawfish. Crawfish are crustaceans. Can y'all say that? Crustacean. Now, did you know crawfish molt? Do you know what that means? It means they grow too big for their shell, so they crawl out of it and they leave it behind. They grow another one, they crawl out of it and they leave it behind. They do that about 6 times a year. But not Moby. He did it 25 times. That's how big he is. We're going to see how Moby spent his Easter, okay? It was almost Easter in Crawfish Town. And Moby Pincher, who was the largest but the most kind-hearted crawfish in all the South, wanted to give his friends an extra special Easter party. So one day, as he sat thinking in his very, very, very large mud hole, he overheard these fishermen talking about this Easter rabbit who delivered colored eggs in baskets to their children at Easter time. Now, Tutu is his very best friend, and she is a little box turtle. Isn't she pretty? She wears a little flower in her hair all the time. Now, the box turtles are land turtles. They cannot swim, so if they get in water over their head, they actually will drown. Tutu said, Moby, you don't have a problem about those eggs because I will lay you some eggs. Did y'all know turtles laid eggs? Do they look like a chicken egg? No, this is what they look like a little round ping pong ball. Now, while she's laying eggs, Moby has to go look for something to dye these eggs with. He can't go down to Walmart and get dye, can he, because he lives in a swamp. The last thing he found was kind of odd. This is the root of a sassafras tree. Have y'all ever seen a sassafras tree? You probably may have seen one and didn't know what it was. This tree is so old that the dinosaurs ate the leaves off of it. So it's been on Earth, 65 billion years? That's a long time. And we also use it for filet. Y'all put filet on your gumbo? That's made from the crushed up leaf of this sassafras tree. So what color do you think he's going to use this? Brown. That's right, brown. Now, Arnaud is an American alligator. And American alligators were an endangered species. That means we didn't have very many alligators, and if we didn't do something about it, we weren't going to have any at all. So the government passed a law, and they said, you can't kill this animal anymore for its hides, and because of that, it's recovered. Moby said, you know, I need somebody to pretend like he's the Easter Bunny. So he went and found his old friend, Seamile Swamp Rabbit. And do you know how fast they run? 48 miles an hour, as fast as a car. And they can swim that fast, too, and if a dog's chasing them, they'll jump in the water and swim underwater and submerge their ears and everything, and the only thing sticking up will be this tiny little nose, and it'll stay there for hours and hours, so they're very, very hard to catch. All right, Seamile said she would be glad to help be the Easter Bunny. So they go to look at the eggs, but what happened, guys? The eggs are gone. He was so surprised to see that every one of them had a basket full of colored eggs. You see, that real Easter Bunny had found the eggs and actually delivered them to Crawfish Town. It was time for the Easter egg hunt, so Arnaud and Moby and Tutu gathered up all the eggs and they started to hide them. And they hid them just like places you find them when you look for eggs, under grass, under leaves, in hollow logs. And now it's time for the Easter egg hunt. Ready, set, go, said Moby, and the crawbabies are off to a fast crawl to see who can find the most eggs. Come here, said one. Look at this, said another. Moby and his friends were puzzled, so they go over to see what's going on. And what a surprise. Every one of those eggs they found had cracked open, and inside the egg were little green turtles smiling at them. What if y'all were hunting eggs and you picked up one and a chicken popped out? And everybody agreed that this was the best Easter that Crawfish Town had ever had. And it was all due to who? Our friend Moby Pincher and his great idea. Thank you, Moby, so much. And do you know how you can tell a male bee from a female bee? The male bee has a white spot on his head, and they don't bite. You know who bites? Just the females. The males don't bite. So you can actually catch a male bumblebee, and he won't sting you. You can sit and hold him and look at him. Make sure he's got that white spot, though. In the back of this book, I have a lot of these facts that we went over today on these different animals. Also, there's a list of our Louisiana symbols. Have y'all studied Louisiana history? A little bit? Okay, I'm going to see how much you know. Okay, what is our state flower?
Magnolia.
Magnolia.
I like Moby Pincher because I thought it was a good book. I think it was a good story and I liked it.
but I think interactive reading will always be important because it's good to talk about what you read. I think it develops your ideas, develops more vocabulary. I think interactive reading can be fun, and it should be fun.
Hello, everyone. I'm Willie Lightningbug. Welcome to Crappie. You know, Moby has a big home. He loves Crawfish Town, and all his friends is called the Moby Picture Jump Back.
Okay, everybody want to jump up, and we're going to do it.
All my friends live down the bayou, pinch, jump back.
And remember what Moby said, always be kind to others, and they will be kind back to you. Right? Okay. Bye, gang.